Hey everyone, I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet. First off, I'm sorry for the long awaited release of episode 2. There were a lot of obstacles I had to work through relating to art and the time needed for making a YouTube visual novel, which wasn't the original goal in the first place. This series is going to lose that visual aspect here on YouTube. However, since it is reverting back to the audio drama I had planned, I will be releasing these episodes on Spotify as well, so you can listen to them on the go. Don't worry too much about what happens with the visual parts of this project, though. If you haven't already, or didn't know, I do have a Patreon. And despite many updates for that being delayed, majority of the character arts, illustrations, side stories, and potential future NSFW work will be posted there. I may even divulge into actual story and plans with a certain price. Finally, the time choices can be chosen will be changing. I will be releasing them when I need the blueprint of the next episode rather than letting you guys choose at the end of an episode. Yes, I could even have 2 episode choices up at the same time. This is to help me keep the flow of writing even when I'm working on the current episode. Anyways, that's all I got. I think I've held you guys hostage long enough. Please enjoy the audio, and of course, don't forget to show love and support towards my friends, who graciously stepped up to bring these characters to life. I will be linking all of their socials down below in the description, so please go check them out. Okay, bye. Thank you, Wanderer. At least someone understands how dangerous it really is. Be a good boy, Arlius, and stay out here with them. You can use that magical prowess to mark traps. You don't need to expel too much mana for me to notice.
Looks like you're stuck with me again. Why did she always have to be like that? And being safe 24/7 ruins many of the adventures we could have had. Oh well. Let's scout around, shall we? Mana and magic is Zeilyn's domain. As adept as I may be, I'm nothing compared to her skill. Her training with the demigods has only sharpened it. Her mana reserves are something else entirely. It looks like a blizzard at the highest peak you can imagine. As far as you can see, it's just snow. No, it's like the sun after a cold, rainy day. Warmth just enveloping your body like a cradle. It's comforting, annoyingly enough. This is boring. Hey, Wanderer, what do you think about hopping on in? Maybe, but that doesn't mean she's going to be able to stop us. I thought the item will be on the highest floor, so if we can sneak in, grab a few useful items, and be out before she can find the object, I say that's a win. Besides, you agreed that grabbing a few valuables would be beneficial. Come on, you're not actually scared of what Zeilyn said, are you? If something goes off, I'll protect you. Swear it. Great. Come here. Be careful. There's still traps up here, so don't wander off too far. Besides that, make sure to grab anything that looks valuable. Oh, don't step there. Good job. Oh, not bad. Don't forget to grab that. I don't think Zeilyn will like you carrying that around. What, is that a gift from me? Aw, thank you. Oh, that's quite the outfit. No, I'm not gonna wear that. Don't touch that.
What a surprise to see you here. It's fine. I should have known Arlius would have dragged you inside. Please don't try to touch anything that looks of value. I briefly mentioned it before, but he almost got himself killed in a similar situation. If it weren't for me, his journey would have ended months ago. I only reprimand him because it won't do him any good to die. He doesn't listen to me. Kinder or not, he does what he wants and I'm left cleaning up the aftermath. One day I might just let him get caught if it means he'll finally understand. He's got a funny way of showing his understanding then. There it is. Don't touch anything and stay close to me. There's quite a lot of spells. Honestly, it's giving me a headache with how many there are. What? Get down! Are you okay? Nothing feels strange? It was an enchantment spell. A dispel mana. And a damn near powerful one. I managed to shield us from it, but I'll be fine. A little weaker than I would like, but it's nothing I can't manage. Run!
What happened?
Oh, please. Don't act as if you didn't play a part in it. That burst of magic that enacted a domino effect within the magic item was from a trigger.
You're assuming I did something to cause it?
Absolutely. You weren't even supposed to be in the house anyways. Neither of you. So one of you had to have triggered something to onset the effect.
Well, it wasn't me. Yeah, I was in the building, but I'm not dumb enough to just waltz into a trap.
You obviously didn't care enough to check on the Wanderer when they fell through the floor.
What do you mean fell through the floor?
Reckless and careless. Don't even bother.
Reckless? Yes. Careless in a setting even I know is dangerous? Absolutely not. Just because you have an immense source of mana doesn't always make you right.
In this case, it does.
No. I've had enough of you yelling at me. I'm equally as right in this case because you have no explanation for why the building collapsed. Something must have happened to you, because I know that you wouldn't leave as much as a spell behind.
Stopping that chain reaction is impossible. You don't even care to take my word of caution. You must have been out of range because your mana seems practically untouched. But did you know that the Wanderer could have been paralyzed?
Well, they aren't. So you saved them. Great on you, Zeilyn. We should have just stuck to my plan. That way you know if it was my fault or the Wanderer's. I didn't trip anything.
Whatever you say, it's useless anyways. The mana stored inside was collected over generations. I doubt we'll even get paid half price for this.
Again, I was right. So much for scavenging now.
Oh, fuck off. If you're so adamant about it, then go fucking scavenge.
Gladly.
I can't believe you let him talk you into it. You would have snapped your arm if I wasn't underneath you, and yet you don't even care to pipe up a single mention of that. Depending on how you answer, you very well might be either way. Did you or did you not touch something?
Hmm? Oh, yeah. Sure. Just great. Huh. Huh. Not bad, Wanderer. You've definitely got an eye for value. Well, I guess I wasn't as careful as I thought. You mentioned you fell, meaning Zeilyn wasn't lying about you being with her. It makes me worried about what I was with if it wasn't you. No, I mean, it looked like you. Definitely didn't have magic either, so I genuinely thought you were still with me. That still doesn't excuse Zeilyn yelling at me, though. Even if I was in the wrong, my confusion was genuine. I know. My weapons are weak now with their enchantments, and Zeilyn's mana reserves are greatly affected. Well, her reserves are odd. Normal people in general, at peak condition, with the vast majority of their life refining it, are like at 150%. Zeilyn's reserves are about 500%, with 200 of that constantly used in everything we know she does. Constant jammer spells, spell breaking, you name it, and she could probably do it. Stupidly so. That's what makes me wonder who or what she is. But that's for another time when we're alone. The fact that I can actually see her mana right now means that that bomb took all that extra mana she uses and then some. If I had to estimate, she's probably at 200% now. Could explain why that bomb was so much stronger than normal if it absorbed all kinds of mana. The only thing she's still right about. And might be one of the banes of her existence if spells are directly siphoning her mana. She's never had to worry about it because her mana reserves far exceed what a normal mage will ever be able to achieve. She's more annoying. All that mana, she can't even properly feed me. If there is, I'm gonna get my hands on it. Those demigods must have something like that.
Just fine. Is Arlius done scavenging yet? Next time, heed my warnings. I speak the truth when our lives are on the line. You almost got yourself killed because of your curiosity. I'm going to assume that you're also holding on to the item. All right, just keep it close. As useless as it is now, we'll be lucky to get anything. What? If you want my honest answer, no, I'm not. It's been a while since I've had this little of mana, so the radius of my active spells have decreased immensely. Weaker than normal, just not used to this amount. It'll come back to me over the next few days, so don't worry about it. I'll make it work. Do you need something? I suppose it depends on what you want to talk about. Magic items? I never knew you'd be interested in those. To start with, magic items can be made artificially to develop later on. However, the most valuable ones are naturally developed with the ley lines themselves, years upon years being imbued from that environment. Anything can be a magic item, even ordinary objects like pens or paper. People, though, aren't viable as magic items unless they're arcane forged. We're just conduits. As long as there's compatibility and a source of mana, casting magic can be as easy as breathing. Well, there's the regular laws, which are pretty straightforward. What you should know are the taboo laws that must never be enacted. First off, summons are absolute, and they're the first job that everyone must complete. A designated life path. Some may take their entire life trying to achieve it, while others finish it within their time. It can be anything from, say, a soldier, tavern owner, so on and so forth. It gets passed on in the family, which all comes down to chance of who's best to fulfill it. Fate determines it all, so one way or another it will be completed. Once a summon is completed, the person is free to do as they wish. If they want to change professions or do what their true passion is, they can do that without the repercussions that arise. If you actively go against your summon, a lot of misfortune tends to come. May it be illness, unlucky streaks, or even death. Fate will be very clear that it hates everything you do that isn't what it gave. Normally, no. As long as you take the warning seriously and fix what you're doing, they hardly get as serious as death. Secondly, the Divine Executioner's choice is absolute. His job was given by the fates themselves, so he deals in anything that challenges the laws of the world. Mainly cases that go against the natural order. Only rarely will he act on kingdom laws and deal with frivolous issues or situations. Very rarely is it ever contested and brought to the rest of the demigods for a vote. Only one to my knowledge. My standing as the chosen one. Majority ruled I was, by one vote. There's an uneven number of council members, so it was going to be a yes or no either way. Yes. If I had to say, everyone who voted against me. Among them, Malsid is their leader. He's made several attempts trying to replace me with a disciple of his and still continues to do so. To be honest, such a person shouldn't even exist. I've never seen the full extent of his abilities, but he is a demigod, one of the many that still walk among us. Be careful around him and never, I mean never, let your guard down. Another law that's been in effect as of late is being an affiliation with the Darklanders. Most of the time, it's a personal visit from the Divine Executioner. However, with the growing concerns of them infiltrating the continent, they're normally handled by the Crown Militia. Unfortunately, resulting in more deaths than exile. They're not allowed to intervene. Besides my mentor, they can only offer aid, guidance, and their teachings to a select few every decade or so. It keeps the shared information close to a certain group of disciples. There's a soul-bound contract that must be obeyed. Otherwise, that knowledge is taken back or the individual is permanently removed. Killed. Knowledge that the demigods share can be quite devastating if given to the wrong people. The demigods believe that once an individual fails as a person, they're irredeemable. Memory wipes are merciful, but not all people are willing to let such a process affect them. Stubborn fools that cling to what was, even if it were the very same hands that graced the opportunity to them. Yes, life as a disciple may seem amazing, but it comes with a great cost. Such personal questions can get you into trouble if you're asking the wrong people. It's fine. I'll leave that topic for another time. You learned all that you wanted. Magic items are strongest when formed naturally, but making them is quicker, as long as a mage is willing to be the indirect source. The main 3 taboo laws of the world that should never be trifled with, excluding the 3rd one I explained. That's as void as it can be for now. Hopefully. Standing that far isn't gonna make it any easier to speak to me. What is it you wanted to say? Why the sudden interest? Oh, well, I suppose that makes sense. I think I could teach you how to use a bow, although gaining those muscles will be on you. You brought a good point to me. If Arlius has no mana and I, for whatever reason, can't be there, you should at least be prepared for the worst. Here. It's a longbow with a relatively easy starting draw. The main thing you should focus on is form and building up your strength. Until you can properly hold the form, we won't move on to arrows. Not a bad attempt. Quite promising, even, if you build up the muscles needed. Keep practicing for now, but don't push what your body can't handle.
Need help building those muscles?
It's a beginner's longbow. They struggle to get into form, but they can hold it for a few seconds. Work whatever magic you need to do for them. The quicker the better, but don't break them for it.
Yes, ma'am. Let's see if you can do some pull-ups. I'm sure Zeilyn will spend money to get us better meals now. Come on, let's get started. You should stop before Zeilyn wakes up. It's my turn to take watch for the night. You're lucky it was me and not her. What's got you so determined to cast magic anyways, huh? Well, I'll say this once with absolute certainty. Stop it. You don't have the mana to cast magic. Anything you do manage to muster up right now is directly from your soul. I may not have mastery like Zeilyn, but I can safely tell you that. No buts. Your body isn't fitted to use magic. You'll be lucky to be able to create a ball of light If anything were to happen to you, Zeilyn will kill me. So please keep that in mind. If you still really want to try your hand, the least you can do is ask Zeilyn. I'm in no position to spare any of my mana to teach you. Anyways, have a good night, Wanderer. Get some rest when you can. Honestly, I'd be surprised if you can. I barely sense mana from you. I think it's just the magic item in your bag. Good on you to keep it so close, though. If that's all, I should get back. Wouldn't want Zeilyn to get the wrong idea. Oh? Here to bother me about how to use a net? Or are you here for something else? Of course it is. What's going on in that little brain of yours? Bold of you to assume I have culture. I'm kidding. If culture is what you're interested in, then we can talk about it. A little bit of a harsh topic, though. I suppose for my kind, it's a tradition for our father or birthing parent to give us our true names. These are the names of our truest selves and kept hidden for our safety. They give us our powers, but they're also our worst enemies. These true names are the only way to control our kind, even kill us. It's a dangerous thing for us to share. The severe repercussions that may follow with the twisted desires of those that fear us. I've witnessed many who have lost their lives in gladiator fights, some tortured for pure entertainment, others even disintegrated to dust. Although those of similar kind have no true power over us, given we are at the top of the food chain. We also have festivals, more like crusading and hunts of sacrifice as a yearly event. Depending on how the Emperor feels in those coming months anyways. He cares about the morale of his people and will go to all lengths to help provide that enrichment. Even if it's the death of innocent lives. Unfortunately, those considered Phage have to. It's all about survival out there. Was I proud of it? Absolutely not. But was it necessary to survive for my mom? Yes. It's something I can't escape, unfortunately. It was meant to happen for a reason. I hope now you understand what you caused me to go through, to suffer from. It's not always doom and gloom, though. Even after my mother's disappearance, we celebrate something similar to the Fluorescence Festival. Around this time is where a lot of flowers are exchanged to cultivate a more lively atmosphere. It's honestly the only time I feel free. One day, if there's no chance of getting you home, I'll show you. With Zeilyn's supervision if things aren't any different, of course. Promise. You should bring in your line, though. The fish isn't going to unhook itself, you know. I'm listening. Oh, do I now?
You really entertain him too much, boasting his need to talk and exaggerate stories.
Hey, just because they want to hear my side of the story and not yours means they prefer my expressive storytelling. I'll save some for our journey, but one I think you'll get a kick out of is the Aryan festival you missed a couple months back. I'm sure you knew what you were doing, but she was basically a different person. Readable expressions, waver in her voice. She wasn't that stiff, rigid student Surprisingly, her dancing was the furthest thing from how she is now. Oh, please. You wrote it like that. I'm impressed there was something more beneath that exterior, even if it was briefly shown that night. Perhaps in another time, or in another life, she's living freely. No. Just thinking how things could be different. Other than that, the food was amazing. Vastly different from what I'm normally used to eating. It's so much more filling and hearty. And the sweets, God, the sweets are so unbelievably delicious. I honestly don't know how I've gone my whole life without pastries. If you can convince Zeilyn, that is. I've already tried before and she wouldn't budge. Said something about it being indulgence and not a necessity. If you start that conversation first, then maybe we can convince her. Go on. What? No. Why would you say that? Oh, that. No. It's, it's just a transactional thing. It's purely transactional. Yes, the act may have been intimate, but we're nothing more than just traveling companions with our own goals in mind. Did you forget I already love someone? I wouldn't dare to hurt him like that. I may be flirty and try to rile Zeilyn up, but she's not one for the flirty antics. Besides, I think she likes someone already, but is too afraid to admit it. Although, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't the slightest bit curious about who would have gotten the eyes of that Aryan. Did you say something?
Welcome to Kaitsa, Divine Executioner. The next ship to Dismora will depart at sunrise. Don't cause trouble.
Was that actually the student of the Divine Executioner? Mind your own business, or else you'll end up like them.
Even with the grandeur of guards, they can't seem to keep the right people out. Wanderer, don't try to play hero. I'm not keenly in the mood to play executioner now of all times. Just take this as a learning opportunity. It's often safer to keep your head out of the way of a moving blade. Otherwise, you'll learn the hard way.
Cut them some slack. They're just looking out for people.
Looking out for the people is the last of their concern. They can hardly take care of themselves. Until I'm proven otherwise, they're not going to stick their nose where it doesn't belong.
Whatever. Hey, don't take what she said to heart. You have courage, and that's hard to come by now. For now, focus on yourself. Good. Come on, we wouldn't want to get left behind again.
If you had just listened, we'd be able to have the funds to resupply, but no. You just had to do things your way. Which, mind you, costed us more than half the fucking payment.
Hey, it's not just my fault. You're too cautious. We had a chance to make a lot more money if we had grabbed some other items like jewelry to get it appraised and sold, Mrs. Goody Two Shoes.
Even if the building is abandoned and the bandits missed some things, we don't take people's belongings.
If it's abandoned, it's not the owner's stuff anymore. That's free money!
And where did that get us? The Wanderer triggered the precaution spell that cost us half the payment. The enchantment from it sucked the mana out of the item we were sent for.
Hello, welcome to the Tuffer.
Apologize and gave
Oh,
what I
a couple
earned
of
for
new
getting the
faces
items
around
we
these
found.
parts.
You
I
want me to
recommend the
sell
wine
my sword
personally.
too while I'm at
But how
it?
may I help you today?
No. Are you an
Something
idiot? Your
shareable.
looted items were barely able to make up for
We
the
have
cost
a
of
roasted
loss.
duck dish with a side of
Lucky
trout
we'll be
soup
able
that
to
could
get 2
work.
rooms, but that
If
means
you're
one
looking
of
for
us
a
has to
slightly
sleep with
pricier
someone.
dish, I recommend our
I
dry
mean,
aged rack of ribs
I don't
that have
have a
been marinated
particular
in
need
wine
to
and
sleep
still
with
roasted with
anyone, so-
rosemary. A little
Since you're
dash
so
of lemon
worried
on
for
top
the
for
Wanderer,
flavor.
might as well just sleep with them. It doesn't matter to me.
Of course, it doesn't matter to
Alright,
you.
anything to drink
Are
with
you
that?
really trying to pick a fight
Wine?
right now?
Mead?
Right here?
Ale?
What if
Water?
I've done so horribly wrong to you?
You're the one that keeps making
I'll be
things
back with those
difficult
shortly.
for us. Selling your soul
God,
would
I
do
hate
nothing but make yourself one step closer to being useless. Why are you so adamant on your way instead of a logical one? It's just making it worse.
I'm not making things worse. I've just been trying to help with the knowledge I have. You have been seeing it as useless and unhelpful. Quit trying to be all high and mighty just because you're the student of a demigod.
Excuse me? I've been trying to make sure we're not sleeping in the middle of the forests when it can be avoided. Must I remind you who's been making sure we have money for supplies? Food?
No one asked you to.
I just want to make sure that they're okay. Yes, they made it, but that doesn't mean whatever happens now is in their story. They're an anomaly that doesn't follow the rules of our predetermined destiny. They said so themselves. They won't have control over things that happen here now.
And that's not something we can control. Yet you still continue to try and warp this destiny to something that won't happen. We can't control what is out of our hands. I know that more than anyone.
I'm going for a walk. I'm fine. You didn't need to come after me. I appreciate the thought. I'm thankful you understand my side and care enough to acknowledge that I'm doing everything to keep you both safe. I get things all the time from strangers, but that normally is a one-time thing. I do it because I have an image to keep, a role to play. This, you and him, I do it because I need to. Otherwise, he'd be dead. He would be stuck in a cage somewhere. Do you think I'm trying to control too much? Bend the willows out of my reach to obey? Yet, that seems to be too much. We were both forged in flames alike. Different, but alike in a way where we had to be strong no matter what. Thank you, Wanderer. Thank you for helping me see my mistakes. I'll try this new approach and be more lenient with him. Which it has. But for you, for the sake of the future and getting you home, I'll try. You were brave enough to reason with me, so that's the least I can do. Fine. Let's head back. The chill will get you sick if you stay out here longer than intended. Plus, Arlius doesn't have the money.
All done talking under the moonlight together.
Perhaps you should have gone outside. The rain did absolute wonders to ease the headache you caused.
Oh, shut up. You don't have a single drop of water on you.
Sure, but the smell of rain always eases the mind. Anyways, I understand that my cautiousness has been a little more controlling than you'd like, and so I'd like to say I'm sorry.
You don't normally apologize so soon. Are you?
I'm realizing that it doesn't do any good staying mad at each other. It's been a while since we've been traveling, and the most we could do is to try to improve after these arguments.
If you say so. I'm sorry too. Anyways, hurry up and pay for the meal. They threatened to kick me out after the both of you left without paying.
Yeah. Keep chugging the ale, why don't you?
Gladly will. It's your tab, not mine. Who do you want to sleep with? I mean, as in rooming with, not actually sleeping. Where's your mind at? I'll stop teasing. I don't want to keep you from eating.
I just checked and they only have a few rooms with 3 beds, so we're all squeezing into one for the night.
I'll let you have the single bed this time, Zeilyn. Consider it my grievance for being so angry earlier.
Thank you, I guess.
But if you wake up and I'm in the bed, well, that's not my fault.
Actually, that would be your fault because you can control yourself like an adult. Besides, you'll be sleeping with the Wanderer anyways if you're letting me have the single bed. How much more greedier do you need to be?
Are you really asking how greedy an incubus could be?
As a matter of fact, I think I am.
I brought you your favorite snacks. Not that you'll be eating them anytime soon, but I thought maybe the smell might help.
Knock, knock. I'm coming in.
Bringing more flowers to buy us? What kind did you get this time?
Just some morning glories. Nothing too fancy.
I should have done more. I should have dragged you out of that house myself.
Just wish you could see it and cheer me on. You never failed to make me smile.
Please, wake up soon. Alright?
Come on, you've got chapters to finish. Please wake up.
That one does not belong in this world.
A human not from here. From Enethor?
Further, perhaps beyond our realm. It's uncertain of how or why, but they're here and they need to get home. It was destined for me to find them. I had foreseen their falling from the sky above. They survived the landing. That itself is not human. It's divine intervention.
Lies. Further beyond our realm? What nonsense do you try to tell us?
It sounds ridiculous, but it's nothing but the truth. Koru is right. This human is not from here. They break the very laws of this world. I fear to think about the consequences that might come from an anomaly staying here. I stand here to ask for information on how to send them back.
We have no duty to help this thing.
She is right. If this human does not belong here, then they need to return from whence they came. It is rare for Zeilyn to ask for help like this.
She is a betrayer! Do you not see the change in her mana? Kill them where they stand!
She is no betrayer. Her virtues are the same as what she was taught when she left, and she returns unchanged. Her traveling companion is something we cannot account for.
Even this incubus? We're witnesses to a liar disgracing council, who still dares to protect these things. She's no disciple. Do something about your student.
Caster. If my student deemed traveling with the demon spawn as the best course of action, I will not enact punishment. Racina said that she's still the same. The world clearly thinks as such. I do not doubt my students, nor Racina.
Fools, all of you! Are these laws of the world merely jokes? This is treason at our doorstep, and not one of you bet not. I've not sat upon this council to have the rules be pushed and played!
Thank you.
You didn't strike me as someone who can handle kids. Kinda. I just assumed you were a shut-in.
You don't need to say it so harshly. They can be a shut-in and be good with kids. There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just trying to say, it's sweet. Don't ever stop surprising me, Wanderer. I like learning these things about you.
You do understand that saying it like that makes it weird, right?
It's only weird if you make it weird. I'm just telling the truth.
Animation is considered an intermediary art. It's a great place to start when learning magic, as its application can be used for almost anything. There have been many misuses of it to harm others, so there has been a rise of studies on how to make it into a branch alone. These studies dive into the technical aspects as well as practical use. That child has a future ahead of them. Those that have an affinity for animative magic will evolve into conjurers at some point, and the magic world always has a market for conjurers.
Are you considered a conjurer?
I'm many things. Too many, in fact, that my mentors just call me a deviant.
Is that pride I'm hearing?
No. It's just the fact that I'm particularly inclined to state.
She's walking quite the line with that one. So this is Dismora.
You'll get used to it. As beautiful as it is, there are still some cracks underneath it all. It's just one of the better places.
What are you looking at? Well, save her for later. Zeilyn might be willing to indulge us this time around.
Let me know when that feeling is gone. Good.
Huh? Shit. What are they doing patrolling the city?
Normally, they don't have patrols this far out. I've been gone for too long. Someone is changing things, and fast. This isn't good.
Why? Oh, you have that look on your face again.
I can't take you with me, Arlius. If the sentries are this far out from the gate, then they've more than likely had the help of disciples to set up a field of sacred ground. I do something similar to protect us at night.
Oh, I can try. Yeah. Problem is, the mana I have won't hold up for a couple hours. And I gotta say, I don't think I like those odds. Being exposed here, in the heart of evolving magic, and in the land of the demigods, not a thought I want to have.
Then how about this?
Fuck me, not the bottles.
Shut it. They'll give you at least a few more hours. They're the ones I made recently, so they should be a little stronger than before. I've given you an hour of concealment. It'll keep the sentries sensitive to mana from noticing you. But step onto those sacred grounds and even my magic can't hide you from it. Stay out of sight from any guards, and please, don't make a scene. Here, some money if you get hungry or need to buy yourself a hiding place. I recommend Varen's Bar. They keep secrets, no questions asked. From here, just follow the dark green streaks on walls until you come across a small creek. Then descend down to the bank and follow the lily hoppers downstream until you find a clearly misplaced cup.
Man, this is going to suck. If I do happen to be caught...
Arlius.
Alright. I won't entertain it.
Thank you. Wanderer, are you ready?
We've done this more than you know. I'll be fine. Keep my head low. Stay out of sight. Simple. Sweet of you to worry for me, Wanderer. Thanks.
Oh. Thank you. I was pulling out my medallion. It must have untied from my belt.
Halt! Divine Executioner! Welcome back.
I'm headed up with a special visitor.
Of course. Make way for the Divine Executioner!
Normally, I teleport or fly. Unfortunately, since you aren't from this world, teleporting you in would more than likely trigger the defenses the demigods have put into place. I'm sorry, Wanderer. If I were stronger, I'd fly us up, but I'd probably drop you about halfway. Oh? You always find ways to throw me off. They're doing okay. At least from the last time I was able to talk with them, which was about a couple of months back, during the festival. Am I? Wow. Traveling with Arlius has surely cracked my mask. Zenio told me that my mother finally eased up on Lurian, letting him fly beyond the nest and taking up his own place now. Thank you for that, Wanderer. She has a lot of love to give. I don't fault her for that. It's something brave to have in this world. Rather blunt and straight to the point. It's a fear I've had. Something I frequently think about. I'm more of the demigod's child than my own mother, and it shows. I'm rigid and I stick with the rules. Hardly. I should be with my family more. I haven't returned to them for almost a year, and I fear I might never be able to. It was never just you. Arlius. He's a desperate man in need of an answer. An answer that only a student could get. I can bend the rules more than most, and Yeah. Family means a lot to us. That much I've learned from traveling with him. We don't share much, but I can tell he deeply misses his mother, his younger siblings, even his lover. It makes me wonder what I feel towards my own family. I truly miss their company, the jokes, the bickering, but a part of me knows they'll be fine. Okay, even. I think once they agreed to the rules of the demigods, they entrusted them to raise and teach me everything I needed. My definition of family is more than blood now. As long as they're safe, I want nothing more than to make them proud and happy. I've made a lot of natural enemies by being myself, and they don't deserve that. Losing them is the last thing I want. I just want to visit them sometime soon. I don't know the next time I'll be around. Yes, there will be a chance. I need to see what Lurian has created this time anyway. He's been studying quite a bit on alchemy and smithing. If he wanted, he could be a student here, but he's denied the offer. He's a mystery to me, one I don't have the time to uncover, unfortunately. One day. Where did that come from? I mean, I love my family. I don't think I would call it love. I like the person, but it's been hard to keep in contact with him. We've exchanged a few letters, but he's also been on the move as of late. And last I remember, two moving individuals will have an odd call and recall. As nice as it would be to spend time with him, the chances of that are rather slim. The journey ahead of us will be a long one, and more than definitely not easy. If that's what you really think, then maybe I'll consider throwing out my call. Please don't speak until you're referred to, all right? A few may take offense and attempt some rite of banishment.
Welcome back, Zeilyn. We were beginning to wonder when your next return would be.